Jury selection is underway for the trial of a West Fargo high school teacher and former North Dakota Teacher of the Year charged with having a sexual relationship with a student. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. I'm Lisa Badeau. Aaron Knodel is charged with 5 felony counts of corruption or solicitation of a minor. He was suspended from his job after criminal charges were filed last August. Prior to jury selection, the court had a pretrial conference. During that conference, the victim's health history and the court schedule were discussed. The girl claims the relationship took place about 5 years ago when she was 17. Also new for you at noon, lots of music is coming your way for the summer concert series at the Blue Stem Amphitheater in South Moorhead. There are 9 concerts on the schedule. Jade Presents. The Fargo School District and Center officials made the announcement today. The first is scheduled for mid-June, the last in mid-September. Some notables: August brings rockers Pat Benatar and Night Ranger and the Happy Together tour. In September, country music legends Merle Haggard and Chris Christopherson take the stage. Concert ticket prices range from $35 to $70 for most events. The exception is for the Haggard-Christopherson show. Those tickets top out at $95. You'll find the complete concert schedule and more details on our website. Just head to valleynewslive.com. One man was hurt during a rollover crash in Otter Tail County on Tuesday morning. It happened shortly before 8 a.m. on Highway 10 west of New York Mills. A Dodge Ram truck slid on the icy bridge by Otter Tail County Road 53 and went off the road, rolling down the hill on the north side. The driver, 59-year-old John Anderson of Bluffton, Minnesota, suffered non-life-threatening injuries in that crash. It feels more like winter than spring outside today. Let's check in with meteorologist Mick Kerr. I don't like wearing a coat the end of April, but you need to today.
Oh, my goodness, yeah. I have 2 words described today, and I cannot use either one on the air. It's a very, very poor day. Look at cloudy and windy and cool and just a lousy day for being outdoors. When we came to work this morning, Lisa, it was 35 degrees out, and the current temperature is 35 degrees. And in Norman County and parts of Polk and Red Lake and Pennington counties of northwest Minnesota, it's snowing. South and northwest of Thief River Falls, it is snowing. And we have the wind out of the north-northwest, 28 to 31. These are the steady winds. Winds are gusting to 37 in Fargo-Fergus and just down from gusting to 41 through the 11 a.m. hour. Our current temperature, 34 to 35. And it just hasn't budged very much. Next couple of days does show some improvement. We'll get some sun tomorrow. But the next 4 mornings, Lisa, it looks like we will be down in the 20s. So a little too early to start gardening, apparently. And we'll come back here in a few minutes and check the forecast into the weekend.
But those, 70-degree days tempted us.
Oh, man, there's a lot of people that put something in the ground. Now you got to cover them up.
No kidding. All right. Thank you, Mick. Bluebell Creamery is now issuing a total recall of its products. The company announced last night that it's pulling all of its products off the shelves because of new concerns about listeria contamination. The first recall in the family-owned creamery's 108-year history was issued last month when several deaths were connected to contaminated ice cream. That illness was tracked to a production line in Texas and initiated a new testing program that uncovered even more contaminated samples. Bluebell products are distributed across the country to food service accounts, convenience stores, and grocery stores. People who have bought Bluebell products are urged to return them for a full refund. The company is still trying to track down the source of the contamination. It's also expanding its cleaning and sanitizing system and will increase employee training. Some people in the Northern Valley can say goodbye to unlimited drink specials. Grand Forks City Council last night passed 2 new ordinances aimed at reducing binge drinking. One increases the liability of homeowners and landlords for underage drinking at parties. The other is a version of an extreme drinking ordinance. 3-for-1 specials are still okay, but unlimited drink specials for one price have been banned. North Dakota lawmakers have approved $250,000 to help cut the wait time for sexual assault exams. It's part of a compromise reached after funding was cut to 0 last week. The bill will help train more nurses to do the exams and also start some new programs. Minot police say a man with a felony warrant for human trafficking has been arrested in Las Vegas. Las Vegas Metro Police notified Minot Police just after 6 p.m. that 18-year-old Kevin Fleming was in their custody. He's being held in Las Vegas and will be extradited to Minot. Convicted marathon bomber Yohar Tsarnaev is back in court for the first day of his trial's sentencing phase. He was convicted on all 30 counts that he faced, including using weapons of mass destruction, bombing a place of public use, conspiracy, and aiding and abetting. Jurors will decide whether Tsarnaev will spend the rest of his life in prison or if he'll receive the death penalty. Former Egyptian President Mohamed Morsi was sentenced today to 20 years in prison on charges of inciting violence outside the presidential palace. The verdict is the first to be issued against the country's former leader, who, along with thousands of Muslim Brotherhood members, is facing several other trials related to his time in power. Today's sentence stems from a 2012 incident where Morsi incited his supporters to attack opposition protesters, sparking clashes that killed at least 10 people. People who live in North Dakota may be eligible for a partial refund of their rent. State tax officials say senior citizens and disabled individuals may qualify for the renter's refund on a portion of the rent that they paid for housing in 2014 if they meet income eligibility requirements. The renter's refund is part of the Homestead Tax Credit Program, and requirements include the age of 65 years or older, disabled. The renter's income is less than $42,000 per year, and 20% of their annual rent exceeds 4% of their net income. Money paid for lot rent by mobile homeowners may also qualify. You can find an application and instructions on the Office of State Tax Commissioner's website. We've added a link at valleynewslive.com. Just click on the Hot button. Do you want to stay updated on breaking news and weather alerts wherever you go? It's easy for you to do. Sign up for our Valley News Live text alerts. Just head to our website, valleynewslive.com, and click on the text alerts button for all the details.